Greetings again, friends. So figured we'd let Stable Diffusion 3 stew for about 24 hours, see how the response is, and then I want to compare Stable Diffusion 3, I have it loaded here, against Stable Diffusion XL, against Stable Diffusion 1.5. So I have all three loaded here on across different computers, and I could probably run them on the same computer. It just seems like it's easier to do this way. Anyway, we're gonna give it all the same prompts, same parameters, and see what happens. Internet, or at least Reddit, Reddit is not in love with Stable Diffusion 3. I think mostly because they use it primarily for generating naked waifus, and that's it could do more than generate nudie photos. So they seem to be really railing against the anatomical features, which I mean I get it. That's not great. This gets into the whole alignment issue and all that, but maybe if they hadn't generated thousands of LoRa's and fine tunes for generating porn with it, maybe Stability AI wouldn't have put such strong alignments on their free open source model. So again, just a thought. It's whatever. I do think the text generation, the clip embeddings that Stable Diffusion 3, pretty impressive. Lycon's, I think he's a community manager. He works at Stability AI and contributes to the subreddit here. So again, the text looks good. This is just Reddit's reaction. I wanted to start here though. I already scrolled through this a little bit. Blue sphere on right, green cylinder on left. We'll run through this here, and again, clearly, Reddit's just not happy about the way it can generate human anatomy. So let's have some fun. That's the whole point of this video. So Atropus here, we got SD3. Lachesis we have XL, and then Clotho we have 1.5 base. I'm going to use the exact same prompts, exact same parameters. We're going to start with a blue sphere on right, green cylinder on left. Just see what it does. So over here in Comfy UI, SD, I don't know. Again, I don't have automatic. I can't keep it all apples to apples because automatic's not updated yet. The other two are running automatic, but this one I got to use Comfy UI. But I know y'all can't read that, but that is using the SD3 medium clips safe tensors model. So let's do blue sphere on right, green cylinder on left, and we'll whatever the seed value this generates to begin with, we'll use it on the other two. Was it cylinder or sphere? I can't. I'm having a bad brain day here. Blue sphere on right, green cylinder on left. On right, green cylinder on left. We won't bother with the negative prompt just yet. Because we want SD 1.5 to have a fair shot at this too. Let's keep it square. Let's do 768 by 768. It should be able to reasonably handle that with minimal upscaling again. So all right, I think that's 768. I think that math is right. Okay, so I'm just gonna change this to like 10 here. We're gonna grab that value, and then over here, Lakisa seed value, and then just getting it all set up real quick. Grab the prompt as well. Grab that there. Throw that there. Let me use automatic because we want to use. Let's use Euler Ancestral for now because I do think there is a fair criticism in how Stable Diffusion 3 works with the different samplers. I've seen some pretty impressive results with some of these, and I've seen some terrible results. Whereas the other two models, they typically perform pretty well across like the different samplers. So let's not use DPM adaptive, Euler ancestral, denoise. I think batch size 1. Let's keep that fixed. 20 steps on Euler ancestral. All right. We said 768. 768, 768. Guidance is 7, right? 7. Yep. Okay, everything, keeping everything same here. Blue sphere, Euler, boo, 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 boo. All that looks good. Got the seed value. Prompt, change that to Euler. 768. It helps if I can type 768, 7, seed value. Okay. Again, all three of these computers are pretty powerful, so this really should not take long at all. We'll generate them, and bam. This one's probably, again, hopefully that ran. I thought I clicked Q. Really, really not a big fan of Comfy UI. Q size 1? Is this gonna run? Think torch. Okay, I guess it's firing up torch or something. These two are already done. Um, so exact same seed values, and we'll wait on Stable Diffusion 3 here. Okay, it finally loaded. I figured I was just loading a VRAM and it should be ready to go now. So not great. Not a strong start here. Let's go ahead and open up all these folders too. Output. There's our beagle from yesterday. There's the ball for, or the thing for today. And we'll go over here. Open this one up too. All right, view extra large. I suspect we're probably gonna get the best results out of Stable Diffusion XL, but I don't know. That's what we're doing here today. We're just kind of messing around. It's kind of what I like to do. It's what I do. It's a whole big part of being a professor, I guess. There's a lot of reading too, and a lot of yelling at students, a lot of being yelled at by other professors as well. But messing around. It's part of it. All right, so not great. I mean, it's like 1990s level graphics from F15 here. Um, Way better. Again, a little bit of weird stuff happening there, and then over here, not great. So that's Stable Diffusion 3. Let's again. I'm using very minimal prompts here, so let's go back to old Reddit here. Blue sphere on right with text SD3, green cylinder on left with red cube on top. So red cube on top, the green cylinder, SD3 text on the sphere. So blue sphere on right. I might modify this slightly. I'm just gonna copy and paste it. Blue sphere on right with text that reads SD3. I'm gonna keep it SD3 just to keep the randomizers the same. Across all three models. Sorry, like I said, my brain's just, yeah. All right, let's minimize that. Go back here. Now you want to use Comfy UI for workflows. Make it so I could feed it through all three of these models simultaneously using minimal VRAM. I want that. All right, that should run pretty fast. Run that again. Run that again. And now that we got all our folders open and everything, we just see what you're. That is not what you want. Oh, I forgot the red cube on the top. Either way, that SDXL actually, SD green cylinder, interesting, interesting. Um, yeah, and then 1.5. We know 1.5 is going to give us like this weird Cyrillic looking like Latin nonsense, but that's okay. So far I think XL won that one too. Let's change the seed value just a little bit more, and let's try a different prompt entirely. So that one's just not doing it. Man sitting on the beach. That's pretty straightforward. I know 1.5. I don't have any not safe for work filters enabled on any of this, but let's just man sitting on the beach. We will add a negative prompt just because. We'll say nudity in SFW. So man sitting on the beach, and then positive prompt. Grab that. Nudity in SFW, and then go over here, same thing. SFW. Let's change the seed value to, I don't know, just type in that number, copy paste that, back propagate it. I hate myself. Then this UI nonsense. All right, see what that does. A lot of clicking, so that's kind of fun. I like clicking around. Okay, that again, not great. We remember Stable Diffusion 3 likes DPM adaptive. It is not doing great with Euler right now. So that Stable Diffusion XL, that's pretty damn good. And then over here, that's Stable Diffusion 1.5. That's about what I expected. Let's change it to woman sitting on the beach, and we'll use the same seed value because the randomizer should, using a different input, should change that to something else. Sitting on beach. Cue that one. I could just click generate after it before I click to the next tab. That'd probably be smarter. Let's do that next time. Okay, so I'm gonna say, call it right now. This is just overfitting like crazy. This is like hallucinating. I'm gonna decrease. I just want to see what kind of guidance scale that might work with Euler on this. Well, let's see what images we got here first. Um, Not sure what's going on there. I'm gonna look at that again. That not great either. Um, like what is that? This is part of the fun I have with these generative AI tools. That was like, you get interesting results. And then okay, that's more or less identical. I click generate, right? Like, is that? Yeah, that is a man on a beach, woman on a beach. Um, that's kind of cool, actually. Like, so you get. It's interesting that just changing it to woman also added a little bit of terrain. Again, these diffusion models are just fascinating to me. All right, so I'm gonna decrease the configuration CFG. I forget what it's. I'm gonna take this down to 5.0 and see what that does. Um, we'll run that. We'll do the same thing for these other two. We'll get slightly different images still, just because again I want to compare all three models. There's a few other models out there, but these are like the big three, well, big two plus the new one. So I just wanted to compare the two that has the most support to the newest one. So notice how we took the guidance down there. This one has the closest of like this one's the most consistent. So added a little bit more terrain there when we took the guidance scale down. Over here, it looks like the hair thing is fixed. So um yeah, that's a little bit better. I truly like that's the old one. There's the new one. This is SDXL. And then over here is Stable Diffusion 3. Um, you know, okay, there we go. That was the older image. That's the newer one. Not great. Really not great. Now that said, again, I knew like from yesterday, Euler was not the best. I'm gonna take the guidance down to like 3, which is absurd for what I typically do with this stuff. We'll cue that one more time. Oh, right, Comfy UI, you have to confirm that. Cue that, take this one back down to 3, cue that one, take this one back down to 3. Sorry. Cue that one. I have no idea what this is gonna do, but I'm excited to see. So we're back on SD15 here. Okay, the terrain looks better, but the human looks like a rock. So again, that's to be expected. This is like 2.5-year-old technology at this point. Over here, it looks like XL is doing even better the less guidance you give it. Yeah, that's actually pretty freaking good. SDXL's pretty good. And then over here on 3.0, is that serious? It did just generate just change the. Okay, her booty's slightly bigger on the 5, but still, this ain't great. So let's switch over the algorithm. Or we'll leave it woman sitting on a beach for now. We're happy with this. Let's change the seed value. We'll just make up a number here. I'm gonna throw that on my clipboard just so I'll have that to copy and paste. Bam. Let's change it from Euler to Hewen's pretty good. I'm gonna take the guidance back up to 7. Because that's the default I use on the other two models. So 20 steps, got in 7. I got the seed value in my clipboard. Leave the image size the same. Sorry, it's a lot of clicking around, but again, I'm having fun, and that's really what matters here. So we're using Hewn. Use that, and then over here, same seed value up to 7. Use Hewn. I meant to click generate on all these. We'll go forward this time. Generate. Hewen does take a second because it iterates a couple of times over. It's still going to be pretty fast on these GTXs. So let's see what we get with Stable Diffusion 3 on this one. That actually looks like an image this time. So all right, now we can begin to really like tear apart. Like again, Reddit's mad about the anatomical features and all that. So we know it doesn't like Euler ancestral, so it probably won't like Euler either. Human seems to be okay. This ain't great still. Like it's not great. It's a lot better than the hallucinated one, but not great. The feet clearly are the problem there. The lighting's wrong. You got shadows all over the place. The boat is pretty nice. The beach is pretty nice. I suspect with all the alignment stuff that Stability did, we could probably get some banging landscapes and abstract art, but humans just aren't going to be great. At least with Stable Diffusion 3. Again, that's what we're playing around with today. Over here, that's Stable Diffusion XL. Interesting. I mean, clearly still AI generated. The shadows are wrong still. All the same problems with 3 happening here. Typical problems you have with Stable Diffusion. And then over here on 1.5, that's I think that's better than the other two. Other than, I mean, again, the human not great, but that's what we're testing. So let's tinker around a bit more here. I'm gonna decrease the guidance back down to 3 on all 3 of these again. Leave the seed value the same, and we'll see what happens. And let's go over to the Treppa. I named these computers after the Greek goddesses of fate. They're the weavers of fate from okay, I know this, but I'm about to show how nerdy I am here. There's a game that came out 97, 98 called Chrono Cross, which was the successor to Chrono Trigger, my favorite video game ever. So you get, don't worry about it. I'm just rambling now while this generates. But I named them after the Weavers of Fate that are from Greek mythology, and I just think that's cool. And then these other ones I don't have turned on; those are my stronger ones that I use for actual like research. Like those are running right now. Those are the Romans adopted the Greek goddesses of Weavers of Fate, and because that's what they did, and those are the Latin names for them. So anyway, we should have them generated here. Sorry, didn't mean to go off on a little like whatever tangent. I mean that's what I do though. Not bad. I mean, could be better. Yeah, sure. And anatomy, definitely the feet are a dead giveaway. The lighting's a little better. So it looks like human with a lower guidance works pretty well. We'll change around the prompt next. We're actually going to increase the guidance next. Then we'll change around the prompt. So 3, not bad. Um, that's cool. I don't know what I did there, but that's a cool effect, and that's just cool. Okay, it has like an oil painting effect. I that's clearly my favorite so far of anything I've generated today, and this is why I love this stuff too. Is just like yes, it's deterministic based on a randomized seed, but you still get like more or less the randomization is unfathomably large, so you get stuff like this. So that's really cool. That's a train wreck right there. I don't know what happened right there. So I do know Stable Diffusion 1.5 with Hewn, the more guidance you give it, the better it goes. So we are going to increase this to like 10. Let that generate. Let's go back here to increase that to 10 and generate that. And I think I missed one of these here. 10. That one's already generated. Oh, over here. Yeah, I was too busy looking at this thing. All right. Okay, there we go. Generate that. And while that generates back to 1.5 right here, that's pretty good, actually. I mean, again, the ponytail giveaway. Lighting is off on the rocks slightly, but you can fix that with the tons of Lauras out there from Savati or whatever. It could be fixed real easy with the community support. So here is Stable Diffusion 3. All right, let's take a good look at this. So that was lower guidance, higher guidance. Yeah, it looks like Stable Diffusion 3 performs better with less constraints because that is clearly overfit. Like it's beginning to hallucinate. So and plus it's just not good anatomy. But again, that's what Reddit's raging about. We're gonna probably switch away from humans in a little bit and try some landscape stuff. I don't know how long this video is gonna go. I just kind of want to play with. Like I'm at work right now. I got a little bit of downtime while one of my models runs, so I'm just gonna play with these. And you know, if y'all want to watch this, whatever. Hopefully it's useful. If not, whatever. Let's look at XL here. Ooh. I mean, like on first glance, it might pass. That is awful, actually. So it went from like really good to like. So there's the one I really liked, and there's the one with more guidance. So looks like XL also really does better with a lower guidance scale. Interesting. Again, I'm just generalizing based on very basic prompts. I'm not using any prompt engineering at all here. Just testing it out, see like trying to do apples to apples to apples comparisons between these 3 different models, just to see what we can get out of this. That said, once I'm wrapping up here a little bit, I'm gonna fire up a couple prompts from like I don't know. I'll dig up some really cool looking prompts, and we'll see what we can do with that. Woman sitting on a beach. Let's change it to female college student sitting in a classroom asking a question. All right. Um, pretty pretty solid or pretty solid, pretty straightforward prompt. Not we're not trying to do anything special here. We'll use Hune again. Take the guns back to 7. So let's copy and paste that. We'll use we'll use the same seed value for now. Generate that. Change that. We said back down to 7 was we weren't. That's the only two things we're changing. Run that, and then over here, paste, and then back to 7, and run that. And let's see what we got here. This was Excel. So, interesting. Yeah, okay. Um, Not what I was expecting at all, but that's kind of cool. Clearly, again, if you've seen like this line art type of stuff generated with diffusion models, it does the same stuff that it does with human. Like, see how the faces are all messed up, the lines are not quite there. On first glance, yeah, it could work, but I wouldn't push it into like anything production. Whoa, okay, hold up. She has 2 thumbs. The lighting's pretty solid, other than the thumbs and the skin tone. I mean, even the hair is convincing. I think Reddit's just mad about the nudity thing because that's pretty damn good. Like, right? This is comfy UI. Yeah, that's Stable Diffusion 3. Again, a few Lauras, like a couple weeks of development. This would be amazing, I think. So yeah, okay. That was with Hue 7. Okay, so it likes Hue 7 a lot. We're gonna decrease it down to like 3 again, and this is 1.5 here. Again, 1.5, it doesn't have nearly as much alignment on it as the other two models, and you can see it's actually like these people actually look a little like representative of a college age crowd versus this might be like a grad student or someone a little bit older than an 18-year-old. Again, I'm not saying like I'm not even gonna go down that path, but the alignments have probably been in place to stop these models from being used for terrible things, justifiably so. So let's take the I'm gonna say 1.5 won this one, even though 3.0 generated a pretty good image. The anatomy's not quite perfect there. Just given the age and the representation of what I'm trying to get out of the prompt, though, again, the faces aren't great. I don't think I have face restoration even enabled on this just to keep it apples to apples, because I want to keep it as vanilla as possible. All right, so female college students classroom. Let's take this down to 3. So it seems to like Hewen a lot. Generate that. Run the do. Helps if I, keep all the windows consistent here, which I'm not going to do. Queue that, and then run this one here. Queue that. While this generate, it's really liking the like Excel seems to really want to be doing an art type thing, and I don't know what's happening here, but that's looks like a cool robot. I don't know. I'm gonna say XL's lost this one entirely. I mean, I get that's doing line art, but even if it's gonna do line art, it should do better than that. So let's see what Atropos goes here. Boo, 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 boo. It's not bad. Not sure what's going on with her thumb there, and her hand is. How does one even accomplish that? I don't know. But the faces background again. I'm not. I mean, I'm seeing what Reddit's mad about with the anatomy, but I think we could fix that with a little bit of negative prompting. Um, that's like a Where's Waldo. That ain't great. Let's make the prompt a. Let's go back to 10, CFG 10, see how that does when we overfit it now. I think that's the process we'll use is like 3, 7, and 10. Again, I'm just kind of vamping here, just kind of making a video just because I want to play with this. So 3, 7, 10, we'll test all the different algorithms with different seed values, and then we'll come up with a prompt, test that, and we'll just call it a day. So crank that up to 10, run that. Crank it up to 10, yeah. I hate myself. Not really, I'm awesome. Or that's what I tell myself. And, I'm the only person that I know is real. We won't get into the philosophy of this. But, so far my sample n equals 1, I'm the most awesome person I know. So, again, it's actually that's not bad. It has like a Picasso thing going on right there, but it's not bad. Um, let's see what happened here. Ah, interesting. So that is with guidance 10, and this was, I think, 7. So, yeah, it got worse with more guidance. It got a lot worse. So that might be what Reddit's doing. Like maybe they're overfitting it. I'm not sure. But we'll take a look at a couple of. I just know they're big mad about this. Then look at Stable Diffusion 1.5. That got even again, ignoring the faces in the background, just looking at the subjects. We could fix the backgrounds real easy with 1.5 Laura's. That's better still. So far, honestly, I thought XL would do a lot better on these just basic tests, but I'm still in the Stable Diffusion 1.5 camp until 3 gets some more stuff going here. But that said, again, we're using very basic prompts. We're using algorithms that, again, Reddit says to use something else entirely. Let's get these back in order here. 3, XL is basically 2.0. So this is 1.5, 2.0, and 3. So let's go back to Reddit. Maybe there's a couple prompts here. Like I said, they are real big mad about the like the alignment on this, and I do get it, but I'm mad about alignment for other reason. When you introduce alignment into these language models and diffusion models, you're also inherently inducing bias that should not exist in these systems if you want a true statistical representation of the data. But that's a whole, I'll do a whole other rant on that. Let's find the SD3. The only way to generate most normal humans and comply with censorship rules. Sure. Tell me what you're mad about, Reddit. Um, okay. If there's a not safe for image here, prompt a highly detailed image of an American standing on the sunset. The woman has long, flowing around, gentle expression, is beautiful, vibrant. Okay. You know what? Let's run with this Tama Korea. Tama Korea. Sorry, I was like Korea is a word. Let's run with this prompt and let's see what this does. Um, Okay, so back to comfy UI here. Let's change. Let's run it with Hewen at 7. Again, 7 seems like a good number to run. So we're changing it back to 7 and normal prompt. I'm only going to run this once, and then we'll go to we'll change the algorithm, the prompt again. Again, I just want to. This is just me comparing to like figure out which one I want to use. I'm kind of walking you all through my process of like when I test all these new diffusion models. This is actually what I do. I just thought y'all might want to see how like I test it. Um, I go to Reddit, see what they complain about, because more or less it's always going to be complaints from Reddit. That's just what they do. And then we'll test it here, and then we'll actually do some good work because there's more websites than just Reddit that will tell us how to make better prompts. So we'll run that, and we'll run that. Let's see what we get. It's always exciting to see like what it generates. That is not. Let's see here. That's a whole different thing. Sorry, that's the wrong computer. We don't even need to connect that one. Let's disconnect that thing. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Okay. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fingers. The faces, I'm not gonna lie, the face is kind of creepy on that to me. Um, like there's a lot weird about this. So yeah, gonna not great on 3 Stable Diffusion 3 there. If the nose was good, that would actually be a pretty damn good like image. Like that's SDXL right there. We will lower the guidance then and just see what that does. And then here's 1.5. Again, little bit of fine tuning on this. You wouldn't even know it's an AI image. So oh God, that's a toss up between XL and 1.5 for me. Let's lower the guidance though. I'm gonna take it down to 3. Run that. Uh, lower that to 3. Run that, and then we'll lower this thing to 3. I apologize if you hear my email in the background there. Um, if you're any of my students, you know, like the email's open. I'm just not looking at it. I really shouldn't admit to that on a video, but here we are. I mean, I'm recording a video. I'm not gonna look at my email. Like, okay, those other two should have generated. Um, damn, that just looks cool. This is 1.5. That just looks cool. Um, okay, so here is 2.0. That actually looks real good. I don't know if y'all see what I see here. So here's with lower guidance, and here was the original right here. Colors are more vibrant on the 7. This is the 7 guidance, and this is the 3 guidance. But um, Yeah, honestly, XL's kind of delivering today. And then let's see what 3.0 did. And this was with lower guidance. So, okay, that looks a little better still. So again, I think we just got to figure out how to like properly prompt 3. That's where I'm at right now with it. I'm still going to stick with 1.5 for my primary workflows, but unlike Reddit, I think 3 has some potential. Um, we'll see. Again, we'll see. But like so far right now, I'm sticking with 1.5. What do we want to do next? Let's go. Let's just find a good portrait prompt stable diffusion 1.5. We'll just find a good prompt real quick. Man, prompt here always wants me to sign into like Google and stuff. I just want to yeah. See, I should probably read URLs before. What was It's oh, I'm trying to think of that website. It's wow. It's just this could drive me crazy. It's something dot art. Diffusion prompts. It should show up here somewhere. It's not Prompt Hero. Stable Diffusion web. Negative prompts. Best point prompts. Stable Diffusion art tutorial. Prompt book. Maybe that has some prompts here. Prompt base. Let's check that one out too. Prompt guides and examples. It's GitHub.io. It's probably something we can use there. Friends, I just want a prompt, friend. Come on, just give me a prompt. All right, I don't feel like go through a PowerPoint here. Yeah, prompt marketplace, really? A marketplace for prompts? No, thank you. Um, I just wanted to copy and paste something, friends. Good photo portrait prompt diffusion. That should give me something. Hopefully that will bypass no, it really wants me to log in there, and I'm not going to do that. Photor. Let's see what that does here. Hey, this looks like a god. There we go. All right, anime style, concept art. Let's roll with concept art because I think Stable Diffusion 3 is going to just destroy on this one. Center portrait of an ultra detailed mechanical cyberpunk male android, enlightened, compassionate, empathetic, butterflies. It looks like that's the image right there. So let's rock that image. I don't see any negative prompts, so we won't mess with negative prompts just yet. Let's control A that, leave that the same. I'm going to change the algorithm over to DPM adaptive. So, DPM adaptive. It takes a little bit longer, not much longer though. So go DPM adaptive 7 using this enlightened, compassionate, empathetic, confident, unique woman made of butterflies and flower petals. Scorched beauty portrait, art gem. I don't like using artist names in this for multiple reasons. Not the world's biggest fan of the art gem keyword either, but it is part of the training data set. If you put an artist's name in there, though, you were straight up telling the model, "Hey, we trained on this style. You are free to use it and generate their style." Which legally, yeah, you can do, but ethically, I don't like that. So we'll say art gem, and art gem typically functions as a concept art because art gem has a ton of concept art on it. So this prompt plus DPM adaptive at 7, and let's see what we get. I'm gonna go ahead and just run that, and then let's go over to this right here. Back out of all this. Bam. Human. Let's go to DPM adaptive at 7, and then over here, same process. 7 and DPM adaptive. Let's run that, and let's see what. Yeah, I suspected 3.0 would generate some bangers here. Um, it's still clearly AI generated, but that is a hell of a lot better than the base prompts. So I think that looks pretty cool, honestly. Let's see what we got here. That honestly, I'm kind of at a loss here. Those are both fantastic. Let's see what 1.5 did. Okay, so you can clearly see that this is where the age of the technology is beginning to show. 1.5, it tried it and they swarmed. We're going to try a couple more just seed values here. Yeah, we're going to change the seed value, the prompt, and everything else the same. I don't know who to give it to between these two. Probably XL, just because I think for concept art that has a bit more pleasing aesthetics. But plus, there's some like again, you see like the temperature overheating. You see the model beginning to overfit if you know what you're looking at here. So um, let's play around with it a little bit more here. I'm just gonna type in a number and copy and paste it. So yeah, we'll use that seed value. Generate that one. That's sorry, wrong tab. Change the seed value there, and then over here, change the seed value one more time. Then we'll lower the guidance scale and see what that does. Um, did that generate? Did that generate the same image? Did I click? Oh, it's queued. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Okay, sorry. Yeah, DPM adaptive. It takes a hot second. Um, I don't like that one nearly as much. I mean, she looks cool. Again, I don't know what Reddit's raging about here. Um, I think what's happening is they're not safe for work. Laura's just aren't working, and they're mad about it. But that looks pretty good to me. Not great, pretty good. But again, we're using base models here. If you are comparing it to XL, though, XL is kind of blowing me away right now. I say that, and then it generates that, so that ain't great. And then let's see. Yeah, and then 1.5 clearly. I think in this series, 3.0 clearly won. That's 3.0, that's XL, and that is 1.5. So let's decrease the guidance scale down to 3. Run that again. Back here, run that again, and then back here. Guidance scale 3. Have to hit enter, not a number. Do 3. All right, and then run that again. And let's see, does it show that? Yeah, so you can see DPM iterating on the command line here. So it does take a little bit longer than the other algorithms. I typically get way better results though, like way better results with it. Maybe it's the way I prompt these things. Like that looks really good. I that looks like one of those stock Photoshop loading screens. I mean, there's still some telltale signs, but I'm not trying to optimize the prompt or anything here. That looks really good. Um, that also, other than the iris right there blending in with the butterfly, that looks pretty freaking good. And then over here, well, that looks like something out of Nightmares. So again, you're seeing the age of Stable Diffusion 1.5. Let's increase the guidance now. I'm going to take it to 10 again, generate, and let's see what we get on this one at 10. I mentioned I don't like using artist names. You can see the faint diffusion of a signature right there, by the way. I because I don't know exactly what. I just changed the wrong value. I don't know what Stability AI trained their images on, other than the was it no. There's a big database of like 6 million images out there that I know they trained the original 1.0 on. But other than that, I don't know what they trained on, so I just try to avoid blatantly copying an artist's style, other than like I'll put like impressionist, because I do like Monet type art. I really like impressionism art. Like my friend like this over here, like that's an original. I like that style, so that's I try not to rip off artists, because when I can't generate, I get to do math. And I'm not good at math either. That's like my brain gets to do shitty math. Sorry, please don't cancel me. My brain gets to do crappy math. That's the advantage I get in life. So I can't. That looks really cool. Again, the honestly that did pretty well. The butterflies look like they were photoshopped in, but the skin, I'm honestly I'm kind of impressed with Stable Diffusion 3 right now. Like I personally am. Maybe I'm using these models wrong, and Reddit just they're big mad about something I'm not seeing. That one, it looks okay. It looks okay. And then over here, again, 1.5 on the concept art, just it ain't doing it. So I'm gonna give the concept art over to Stable Diffusion 3. That seems to be really doing some good work there. Let's see if we got a couple other cool images here. There's the we could do like QR code architecture or QR code architecture. Sorry, I was reading and talking at the same time. Autumn by Ashley on Doodles. A burger falling in piece. Let's use that one. Stock image. That is an actual use case for these tools. like legitimate. You just need a stock image. You don't have a photographer handy. Let's just generate one. So let's go back to Comfy UI here. I'm gonna leave it on DPM adaptive. I seem to be getting the best results there. I'll do another video just comparing like 1.5 to 3 with the algorithms, just so I can go a little bit faster. So maybe we could figure out, for at least humans, for generating humans, which algorithm would be best for each model. I have found through my testing on 1.5 and XL, DPM adaptive, yes, it's the most computationally intense. It also seems to give me the best results. So, um, it to quote everyone, it is what it is. Or if you contract it, it's what it's. Okay, let's take this back to 7. 7, and we got a new prompt. Burger falling. You know what? I'm gonna leave that not safe for work, just because a burger could be possibly be not safe for work. And I've had some pretty good burgers before. So swear if anybody's watching that, I promise I'm mostly normal. Mostly. All right. We left the seed value the same. That's fine. It's a different prompt entirely, so deterministic functions will give us something else entirely. 7, DPM adaptive. While that runs, let's go back to Atropos here. That looks good. Like, again, that looks real good. That I'm kind of at a loss here. That is, it has both key lights on it. It has a good strong reflection in bokeh. Uh well done. Like, other than like that looks like a sausage patty, like now I'm just being pedantic, and maybe that's like I'm just gonna attack the construction of the burger at this point, because that's okay. Yeah, that's impressive. Let's look at XL and 1.5 here. Okay, that's pretty funny too. I mean, like that's honestly amazing. If I ever launch a company, that might be like one of the logos I use. Just what is this, Doritos flying at us? I mean, I know what the falling into tasty pieces here, highly detailed, all that. And then now between the 3 burgers, the one I would order is that one, but it is definitely not the most visually appealing. But again, you're seeing Stable Diffusion 1.5's what's the word I'm looking for? Age. I'm a PhD in computers, y'all. I don't remember the word for age. But it has 3 burgers, and just look at that cheese. And if this was like Guga, I mean, if y'all watch any of the Guga videos, oh, that looks good. All right, let's take the guidance down then. Let's do 3 on this. Maybe. Oh, helps if I turn an unlock on. Sorry if you hear the sound in the background. Take that down to 3. Run that, and that looks good. I'm going to try one more seed value as well after this set. After we do 10, I'm going to change the seed value, see if we get consistently good looking burgers. Um, I'm very happy with this so far. I've never even thought to like again, I'm generating images of like lungs and metastasized cancer cells with this stuff. So that's rarely do I get to do this kind of fun stuff. That's why I like doing it. Honestly, that is why I like doing these videos. My goodness, look at how thick that burger is. It's not exploding into pieces, but that looks pretty good. And I'm not quite sure what that vegetable is supposed. I mean, I know it's supposed to be a tomato, but that clearly does not look like a tomato. All right, so that one's okay. This one's amazing. I might just set that to the key art for this video here. And then let's see what we got over here. Da, 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 da. It's like if someone had bombed a building made out of burger. So that's nice. All right. I'm gonna give that one to Stable Diffusion 3 again. I probably should do like a tally at the end of this, but then I'd have to edit the video and all that. So y'all can just rewatch it, or probably just like I don't anybody watches this stuff. I hope y'all do. Hope you find it useful. So there's more stuff you want me to record, just let me know. I'm just trying to have fun here. Show you how some of these tools are being used. Or at least what you can do with some of these tools. So there's 1.5 at guide scale 10. That honestly is probably the best one we've generated with 1.5. So yeah, that's probably the best one we got with 1.5. Let's see what 3.0 did. Wait, is that? Oh, it's still generating. Sorry. it do take a second for it. Oh my god, that's amazing. Other than like there's a weird texture thing happening. Um like not sure what's happening right there, but that looks fun. That looks good. And then over here on Atropos, what do we get here? This one's probably gonna be the most. Oh, yeah, yeah. I would mess with that burger. I would. All right, so Stable Diffusion 3. I'm giving what I'll do is I'll do a recap on all these, but Stable Diffusion 3 absolutely destroyed the test on the stock photos for food. I'm gonna give it XL on the concept art. I'm gonna give it to 1.5 on the human anatomy. So right now they're all kind of the same, and then just kind of tinkering with algorithms because I'm trying to keep the algorithms the same, just figure out which one's performing the best. So that's what we can find. Let's try one more of these prompts here. Um, this seems like a concept art as well, but we'll run it and see what happens. Let's just copy this, and we'll finish with another human anatomy one where we will try just to placate Reddit. We'll try to generate like an anime girl in a swimsuit or something. I don't know. Maybe that'll get some more views on again. Like and subscribe if you want like tips and tricks on how to generate your anime waifus. I do hate myself for saying that. I should probably edit that, but I'm not going to. All right. Let's go down to 7 here. All right, DPM. Let's keep the seed value the same. DPM adaptive. Run that one. Let's go over here. Back out all this. New prompt. Back down to 7, and then same thing here. Sorry, I know it's a lot of copy and pasting, but I'm trying to like scientific process change one thing, which is the model number, and then keep everything else identical. The only again 3.0 is just using a different interface. That's everything else should be identical. Seed value, the constraints on the image size, the guidance scale, everything else should be the same. So we're just trying to figure out which models again in a very 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 narrow wouldn't even count limited sample. Just I'm just messing around just to see which one I want to use for this stuff. So that looks like that's a straight up temple that it generated underwater. The fish look kind of like again it almost looks cartoonish. So it's not bad. It's exactly what the prompt said it should be. Let's see what we got here. That I like that better than 3.0. XL's doing better on that one. And then what do we? Oh, friends, I am sorry. 1.5 just destroyed this. That is the best one. Um, Now I suspect that's probably because 1.5 has more. Let's see here. That's why I didn't read the whole prompt. Yeah. Sorry. Let's try it again. Let's erase that and let's just change the seed values. We are definitely not going to use that type of copyright. I think the mouse owns that company, and they are very either way. It's the right thing to do to not use it. So let's run it again. We got a new seed value. Throw a new seed value there. Get rid of that. That 1.5. Yeah, that's probably why that one performed so well. Get rid of that. Helps if you read the whole prompt. As you all can see, I'm terrible about not reading things. Was there anything I changed? Did I change the seed value? Yeah, I changed the seed value. Okay. Seed value. Change it out to just that. Queue that one up, and let's see what 1.0 should be done at this point. Okay, that still looks awesome. Like that looks like the most annoying underwater puzzle in a Zelda game that you would ever encounter. I would mess with that. That just looks cool. Um, Over here, 3.0. Is that the same image that generated? Right? Wow, those are very identical. Okay, I still like prefer the 1.5, and let's see what 3.0 gave us. 3.0 is the most photorealistic one. Let's compare 3.0 to 1.5 here. I think I prefer the 1.5. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay. Let's again that one's coming down to personal preference though. Let's take down the guidance scale, run it again. Y'all noticing a pattern? Let's run it again. Guidance scale down, run it again. Guidance scale down, run it again. See what we get here. I'm at 50 minutes, but I'm sorry again. I'm just doing my thing here, and if y'all want to watch this, awesome. If not, that looks so cool. Like it looks like Civilization, not Civilization, Age of Empires. One of those real time strategy games from way back when that clearly I've forgotten about, but also still remember. All right, so that was 1.5. Let's look at 3.0 here. I know I skipped over XL. So gun scale 7, gun scale 3. More or less an entirely different image. Then over here, I still like that one the best. And then let's see what XL's kind of dropped the ball on this one. It really is. Let's crank it up to 10. And we'll run the other two with 10 as well. And then we'll do one more prompt with our anime girl. I say our anime girl. I gotta find an anime prompt. And then I'll just call it and make a nice, solid, like hour-long video. We'll also add in some negative prompting and all that too. Like we'll find a really, really good prompt for this. I'm somewhat scared to Google anime girl stable diffusion prompts though. I think obvious for very obvious reasons. So this would be on scale 10. That one's actually pretty good. Like that, again, most photorealistic. This was 3, and then 10. That's pretty good. Then over here, let's just open the folder. So got scale 3, got scale 10. A lot more detail, but no, that's 10. Sorry. So that should be. Either way, XL is really dropping the ball on this. And then that's got scale 10 against 3. Yeah, I did 3. I think 1.5 solidly won this one for what I'm trying to generate with this. It is going to be heavily subjective with that kind of prompt, though, depending on what, like, again, underwater temple, majestic city. Like, I'm thinking Atlantis. Like, straight up, I want to generate something that looks like Atlantis. So over here, yeah, maybe, like, this could be part of Atlantis, but straight up, that is what I think when I think sunken city of Atlantis, right there. So I'm going to give that one to 1.5. Okay, so it's in the lead with 2, 1, 1. And let's find an anime girl prompt. Things I do just try to get people to watch these videos. I think I saw one here actually. Concept art. Let's try anime. Yeah. All right, anime. Cyberpunk anime. I'm gonna delete that person's name. There's a lot of names there. Let's see if we can find one that doesn't. Best quality, masterpiece, high detail, mixed. Yeah, I'm gonna change one parameter on that, and I think y'all know I'm gonna change. But honestly, yeah, just because I don't want YouTube yelling at me. But we it's still anatomy, so we're gonna make it a little bit more friendly. But was it this one? Best quality. Yeah. So making sure I copy and pasted the right prompt here. All right, best quality, masterpiece, extreme detailed, high resolution 4K, ultra resolution, detailed shadows, 2 girls in costumes taking selfies on the street, color braids, mixed Fujifilm. We gonna change this to anime bosoms maybe. It should it's a lot more friendly to say, and it should also do equivalently the same thing. I am gonna add in anime style just because. Um, Make sure our negative prompt here is our negative prompt's good. Keep the same seed value. Take configuration back down to 7. So new prompt configuration back down to 7. Let me copy that. Cue that. Go over here. Copy that. Copy that. Oh, run that, and then over here, same thing. Copy, and then run that. And let's see what 3.0 gave us. Yeah, it'll take a second to generate here. Boop, doo doo doo. There's like the coloring is wrong. Overall, I mean, it seems fine. Again, I don't use Stable Diffusion for this kind of. That seems fine. We'll tinker with it a little bit more. Like I said, I'm looking for images that make me go wow, like that's convincing. Except for apparently still can't do hands even on anime girls. So there's that. Yeah. And then, oh, I just realized that is not the same prompt. Sorry, we're gonna have to redo this because I was make finest quality, masterpiece, extreme detailed. There's in two girls, what's like two women in costumes, and just two anime girls maybe just. Ugh. So anyway, colorful braids, food film, anime, cute. Okay, finest quality. Let's do. It's not finest. It was highest. Let's do high quality. Masterpiece. Yeah. Okay, that's the only thing I changed. It should generate very similar images, but it will be slightly different still. I don't think I clicked generate. And then that's Stable Diffusion 1.5. This is why a lot of people use 1.5, by the way. It didn't even try to create anime style. It just like, this is your go-to if you're trying to generate, we'll say not safe for work images. So keep it 7, generate, and then cue that prompt. So well, it does generate here. This one will probably finish first just because it has two 4090s in it. So that's a little faster. I think it's only using one of them though. These images will be pretty similar though. Again, I only changed changed girl to woman, and I added high quality instead of high quality. Just see what it does. So all right, so there's the 1.5 model. Could be better. I mean, clearly it's an AI generated image, but also we didn't get anything in anime style. Over here, hands again. Reason same seed value, same everything. So we just changed a couple the words on the deterministic function. So that's what we get. The eyes aren't great on the XL model, and then over here on 3.0, let's see what we get here. So this was changing a like slight. Again, you can also see the effect that it has on just changing like highest quality to highest quality, and then I think it was girl to woman. And again, that's not terrible. I'm gonna change the seed value one more time, just see if we can like get a slightly different aesthetic. Like I said, I'm just randomly typing numbers here. Bam, Q prompt over here. Let's do this one. Generate, and then over here, generate. I'm happy to throw all these images up on like my personal website or something too. If y'all just want to look at them, like I might actually do that. Just like comparison of the three. I make a quick little Python script where like this is 1.5, the 2.0, and 3, and the Stable Diffusion. At least I know automatic saves the prompt in the metadata, and you can view that stuff. I think it's one of the extensions, but you can view the prompts. The prompts are stored in the in PNG images, and you can view them. So here's the 1.5, creating a new image. It was actually pretty good. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and her thumb would be there, so 6. The eyes aren't great. The hair looks really cool though. The clothing, the hair, all that looks really cool. Here is XL. Ooh, the teeth. The teeth, man. And then let's see, comfy UI. I suspect 3.0 is gonna win this race. That's a weird blending of like you see how it's like trying to get actual humans back. Oh, clicked the wrong thing. Like humans back there, and then like, this is weird. Like it's just weird. That was using a new seed value. Let's let me use XL. Let's find an image that I really like. Let's randomize this. DPM adaptive. I'm gonna change this to Euler. I'm gonna have a hammer out like 5 real quick, and we'll find one that we like. So while those generate again, because I said I'll upload these images somewhere. I want to keep this consistent. Those let's see here. Those should be together. Yeah, and then I generated 5 more here. So that one. That's the winner right there. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's a really good image. So we're gonna lock in. If you just have it generate random images using random seed values, you can get the seed value from the file name here. We've generated 32 images this session, and that is the seed value for that, and the prompt is stored in the image. So we're gonna get that seed value. I don't think I changed anything else. And then we'll play with the guidance scale next. Then we will throw that into that. I was using Euler Ancestral, so let's run that again with DPM Adaptive. Just make sure we like it. And then over here we will use Euler Ancestral. I want to keep the set of images apples to apples here. I feel like I was supposed to do something else. Ancestral, do I click? I need to click generate here and one image. That's what I forgot to change on this one, so we'll lock that in. Learn access. DPM adaptive. Yeah, DPM adaptive, sorry. And then over here, right here, we want to do that seed value. Lock that in. DPM adaptive. Oh my god. All right. Cue that one. So let's do Euler ancestral to Euler ancestral first. What have I done here? Here we go. What is that tab, real quick? What do I keep clicking on? Okay, so it's just history and all that. Okay. Comfy UI, that looks awful. So Stable Diffusion 3 does not like Ancestral. That's using DPM Adaptive, but we don't want to compare those two just yet. This is Euler Ancestral on XL. This is Euler Ancestral on XL. Okay. And then this over here, Clotho, Euler Ancestral on XL. Or I keep saying XL. 1.5 XL and 3.0. I see why no one watches this stuff. All right, so we have the Euler Ancestrals at 7 generated. We're going to change everything to DPM Adaptive now. We're going to run that. There's 1.5 generating. I've already done 3.0. That's what this one is right here. So DPM Adaptive at 7 on XL. DPM Adaptive on 1.5 at 7. And then over here, we still got to run this one. So DPM adaptive. Where you at, friend? DPM adaptive. I think seed value is fine at 7. All right, let's see what this generates. Okay, wow, it does that. Here is 1.5 with that same seed value, and then here's XL. Clear. Actually, the fingers are better than that hand right there, and I guess like that's a decent image. And then I noticed like, oh, she has 2 arms on her right side. There are negative prompts that really help with 1.5. It's just I want to apples to apples to apples compare these. So that's what we're doing here. Let's see what 3.0 gave us here. Begin to see why Reddit really doesn't like 3.0 for their anime girls either. It's not doing a great job generating them compared to the XL model. 1.5 has all kinds of lures and stuff too that optimize it, but so far SDXL, if you're trying to generate anime girls, seems like XDXL is the way to go. We're gonna take the guides down to 7, then to 10, and then we'll probably just call it there. So down to 7, down to 3, generate that. Okay, and then we go over here. Take that down to 3, generate that, and then take this down to 3 and generate that. All right, and let's see what we get here. So this is the first of these sets of images. So this would be guide scale 3. It's not bad. The hair looks really cool. The hand, I think, is okay. I mean, clearly still has that AI aesthetic to it. But, you know, it's not terrible. I don't know what's happening with SDXL. This is awesome. She's missing an arm, but like this aesthetic, this just looks good. Again, hands are still the giveaway. I'm not using any optimizations. And then over here, 1.5 is a hot mess. So I'm gonna crank it up to 10, run that up to 10, do it again. That rhymes. Let's go down that. Take this one up to 10. Oh, right. Run it again. All right, we'll give that a second. I lied. I'm gonna do one more set after this. We are just gonna look up like a supermodel bikini on a beach, mostly for clickbait. Not gonna lie, but also I am curious. I truly want to see if 3.0 is as terrible as Reddit is saying. For again, I'm not gonna straight up nudity. We're gonna do this in a way that is somewhat safe for work. Like because I don't if people are watching this at school or something, I don't want to just like bam, here's a bunch of anatomy stuff. So we'll find a decentish prompt. So here is 3.0 at guidance scale 10 using DPM adaptive. Over here, guidance scale 10, DPM adaptive on SDXL. He even has like the little cross in her eye there, like a dragon. So that's pretty cool. And then over here, yeah, there's a hand coming out of her head. So, apples to apples comparison here. All right, let's do a quick little search. Diffusion prompts for model and a bikini. Again, we're going to try to keep this as safe for work as we can here. If it says that, we're not going to click on that. So, women bikini posing for, yeah. Okay, here we go. Uh, I'm still not really. We're going to modify this slightly again because that's just absurd. The big thing I wanted was this negative prompt right here, so we are going to grab that. Let's go over to Comfy UI here. So let's go ahead and just throw that negative prompt everywhere. Make sure there's a lot in that negative prompt. I probably should read all of it, but the positive prompt is the one I am going to focus on real quick because, yeah. All right, so I'm just going to back out of this because, again, I just don't want that lingering on my screen either. And we will use text. A woman in a bikini posing for a picture on a beach with a blue sky and water in the background. If it has a name on it, I'm gonna erase it. Wide angle lens. Let's do a 50 Let's do 50 mm lens. Let's drop the computer graphics. No, let's leave computer graphics super flat. One girl, beach, bikini. What? So it's using several different invocations here. Blue sky boat. Let's drop that. Brown eyes, brown hair. Let's drop that. Day, horizon, island, lake. Let's drop that. Lighthouse, long hair, looking at viewer, mountain, horizon, ocean, outdoors, pier, plant, sand, seagull, ship, shore, swimsuit, upper body. Okay, that seems okay. This should generate a shouldn't be entirely not safe for work. It should be a woman in a bikini, hopefully. Did seed value there? Yeah, I was double checking. Like that negative prompt should take care of a lot of what I'm worried about. If it generates some nudity, I will just stop recording and actually edit the video because I'm like an hour into this at this point. Okay, seed value 10, let's configuration down to 7, DPM adaptive, grab the positive prompt, and we go and generate it. All right, positive prompt, cue that one. Let's go over here, positive prompt, down to 7, cue that one. Positive prompt one more time, down to 7, cue that one. You see how professors are kind of used to just grading things like repetition on these tasks. It's like, okay, so next one, next one, next one. Let's see what we got here. It's not bad. It's definitely oversaturated. Um, she has her arm behind her. Like, I don't see it. I see the typical telltale signs that this is an AI image, but otherwise, I don't see what Reddit's really mad about on the anatomy on that one. Let's back out of these here. So that seems fine. Let's see what XL gave us. XL gave us an anime girl in a bikini. Okay, sure. And then over here, this is Stable Diffusion 1.5. It has the least amount of alignment. So you get the truest representation of a human anatomy. That's like this one. I'm giving this one straight up to Stable Diffusion 1.5 because of the alignment. The Redditors do have a very valid concern about anatomical construction. And by the way, this is what happens when you add alignment to your models. You are introducing bias on neurons that you don't really understand because it's all a black box. But I'm about to rage about the transformer architecture into autoaggressive stuff, and that's not what we're here to do. We're here to generate fun photos. So we're gonna take the guidance down to 3 and go again. So guidance down to 3. Guidance down to, let's back out of this. Guidance down to 3. All right, cue that one more time, and we'll wait on these to generate. This one's already done. Not great, but again, the elements are there. We could fix the body pretty easy if we generate it, like if we take the guidance back up. So let's see what XL gave us here. It's gonna give us an anime girl. Seems to really like. Did I not erase the? At no point did I say like anime. I don't think. I didn't read all of the negative prompt, but I did read the positive prompt, and there's nothing in the positive prompt to cue that. That said, I mean, it looks like if anime girls are what you're trying to generate, it looks like Stable Diffusion XL is the way you want to go. It seems to really be doing a real good job with that type of content. Over here, though, Yeah, I don't know. Other than not sure if like what is happening right there, like aliens. But if your goal is to generate content of this nature, it looks like Stable Diffusion 3 is good enough. Like this is a far superior image at the same parameters as 1.5. So let's take the guidance up to 10, and we'll do that, and then I'll just probably end the video there because might do like a quick recap, just to look back at all these photos that we did generate here, figure out like what. Again, this is just me messing around with my own personal goals, so figuring out which model I want to use for which task. So DPM, make sure I kept them all DPM adaptive here. I did. Okay. So this one I think I started first, so it should finish first. Although it doesn't have good graphics cards. All right, we could always just watch it here. Okay, so this is guidance scale 10. Again, same image here. We keeping everything the same, just changing the guidance scale. Um, I see why, like, again, I understand why the Redditors are mad. Over here, that's another, well, I mean, I'm using the same seat value, so we can get another anime girl still. Wonder why that one's going so much slower, though. Like, this has 24090s in it, and the 3080 finished faster. I know people said Comfy UI is faster. It's SDXL, it's a larger model, that's why. So yeah, there's Anime Girl. And then over here on 1.5 at guidance scale 10, notice how that's the best image we got yet out of 1.5. We decrease the guidance on 1.5 and we get worse image. The further we get with it, more we increase it, better the image we get. So just to drive home a point with the whole alignment thing and what the Redditors are right about, but for the wrong reasons, is when you add alignment to these things, you are trading off pathways through the neurons. So I'm going to take this guidance up to like something insane, like 13. I'm going to run this one more time. We're going to crank this up to 13, and then this one's going to look just awful at 13. So 13, run that there, cue that prompt. Give them a couple seconds to generate here. This one should be, again, this should probably be the best one we get yet. Did I really close out of that window? I guess I did. All right, so this would be base prompt 3, 10, and 13 or 14, whatever I set it to. So you see how with Stable Diffusion 1.5 using DPM adaptive, more guidance, better image, if this is your goal. And that is actually why I use Stable Diffusion 1.5 for, again, not generate, well, I mean, you can generate pretty girls with it, but I use it for anatomical and actual human anatomy type stuff for detecting cancer. So, so far for me, Stable Diffusion 1.5 is still the way to go. Over here, XL still running. XL does, again, it's like double the size of these other two models, so it'll take a little bit longer to run. And then over here, you can see with Stable Diffusion 3, this straight up the effects of that alignment are taking it like, this is Stable Diffusion 3 versus 1.5 using identical parameters. Okay, 3, 1.5. 2.5-year-old technology came out yesterday. So that is what they're mad about. If you read all the negative comments on Reddit, they're just mad that their tools, they wanted a better tool to generate more pretty women, I'm pretty sure. That's what they're mad about. Now, that said, it can do a lot more than just that. Now, XL, I very rarely talk about Stable Diffusion XL just because it uses a different architecture than how I fine-tune stuff anyway. But actually, that didn't do terrible. Like, that added a seagull, it looks like. That did okay with, that did better than I thought it would. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but all right, let's recap here. So let me open up all these everything we've generated so far because I've been talking a while here. Let's see here. Let's go to Atropos. Close out of this. Let's just open up, maximize all of our windows here. All right, that's 3.0, that's XL, and this would be 1.5. Let's open up that containing folder. All right. Okay, so we should be able to apples everything we just generated here. There's our image from yesterday. Here's where we were messing around, just generating a couple balls. So that was our initial thing. This is 3.0, XL, and then 1.5. I'm gonna give this one to probably XL. So there's one for XL. All right. Was it Man Sitting on a Beach? Was the next one we did? Three's not gonna win any of these. Probably XL is gonna destroy this one too. So Stable Diffusion XL for just very small basic prompting. I think we were still using Euler at that point though, and this is where I switched to DPM adaptive. So gonna still XL is probably doing the best so far. All right, we did a lady a girl in a classroom in a college classroom. So that's what this set is from Stable Diffusion 1.5. I personally like the way these ones looked. I understand they need a bit more fine tuning. Out of the box though, they're okay. 3.0 seems to really or 3.0 XL seems to really favor more artistic type representations. So that's what we got with XL. It's kind of a hard to do an apples to apples comparison with actual like real in quotes humans versus what is clearly a drawing in quotes. And then over here on 3.0, this is what we got with that set. So I think 3.0 did a better job, but depending because I have my own bias here. I'm like I know this can be amazing with a few fine tunes. So I want to say 1.5 won this one, but I think 3 won this one, and that's fine. This one I remember ain't even gonna be close. This is gonna be XL. Stable Diffusion XL just destroys on these kinds of concepts. Like this, yeah. Like look at that. That it ain't even close. Let me do something real quick to keep these images like apples to apples here too. So that should line those up. Let's scroll down here and then click on that. Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, so I'm giving so right now it's like one and one. They all seem to have their own advantages. At least from temporarily testing this. 1.5 definitely not. It didn't do that. Didn't do it at all. Okay, to the hamburger. I want to say XL and 3.0. I mean, if your goal is stock art, I mean, I need to look at this thing again. Like, look at that thing. All right. If your goal is stock art, sure. Use Stable Diffusion 3. If you wanted that burger explosion, I mean, it got it. That is a burger explosion. That's amazing. Me personally, I'm going to give this one to Stable Diffusion XL, but I'd say 3. There's an argument to be made for 3 here. 1.5, it's fine. I mean, clearly it's AI generated, though. I'd still eat that. I mean, I would. Now, the concept art in terms of Atlantis. So we'll put that. I'm giving this one to 1.5. Like, my goal was to create an image of what Atlantis looked like. One XL did not do great at all. I think 1.5 again. This will come back to probably your head canon of what you think Atlantis looks like. Definitely not Stable Diffusion 3 winning this one. So right now, Stable Diffusion 3 has won basically creating stock art. It's doing great at creating stock art. Anime girls, it didn't do great at that either. So just across the board, it didn't do great at creating anime girls. Stable Diffusion XL, if your goal is to create your waifus, you want Stable Diffusion XL. Straight up, use DPM adaptive, increase that guidance scale, give it all kinds of crazy prompts. Looks like Stable Diffusion XL is the way to go. All right. And over here, we're not even going to entertain like 1.5 just did not do great on these. It didn't do anything we wanted. We were trying to generate anime girls. It generated real girls. Real, again, in quotes, it's AI generated. However, if your goal is, we'll say, salacious content or not even salacious, it's a bikini. I mean, why do we have to sexualize this so much? But if your goal is actual representative human anatomy, I'd say Stable Diffusion 1.5 is still your best bet. Because again, that was the human anatomy that I was trying to generate with Stable Diffusion XL, and it gave me an anime girl yet again, and that's not what I wanted. Now over here, you can clearly see the effect that their alignment has on Stable Diffusion 3. So that's sort of like just me. How I'm an hour 20 in this, so I'm 80 minutes into this. But that is my own. Like again, I'm just testing this. I got a lot more stuff I want to test with it. But just getting a feel for what these tools are good at. My summary would be if you need stock art or stock images, Stable Diffusion 3 is the current state of the art, and it is generating the best images for like stock images. So when I say stock images, like there's our lady right there, and then here's our burger, stock images. Okay, so we'll leave that up here on the one we're running Stable Diffusion 3 on. If we want anime girls or concepts, I mean, man, like I kind of want to set this as like my phone background, is how good that is. Like that is just insane. But you want concepts and you want anime girls. I think that's probably the best anime one I got, and I was trying to generate a real human. Let's see here. So again, Stable Diffusion XL seemed to really shine on using concept art type. I really, really like this. I'm gonna come back to this prompt and noodle with it a bit more. I might do a video on just trying to optimize this prompt because I love this aesthetic. I don't know what it's called. I want to learn more about it, and that is one of the cool things that playing with these diffusion models has taught me. Never in 1,000 years would I've said I need to learn more art history, but here we are because I'm like I need to learn more art history. If actual humans are your goal and anatomical representations, Stable Diffusion 1.5 is the way to go. So again, these aren't not the anatomy's not great, but comparing these to the other two, yeah, these are pretty good models. Like I mean, like little bit of fine, and there's all kinds of tools to fine tune these. So let's go back this way. Let's try again. Not great, but a little bit more guidance. We can do some cool stuff with this. So that is my brief comparison on these three models. If you all want me to test anything else, I have access to some pretty cool like experimental computing power. Just let me know. Like leave a comment, interact. Like let me know if you want me to test something or try something. I do know how to fine tune these models. I know how to manipulate them. I'm working on a tool to actually explore the model weights through like a neural architecture. So I'm using one of my massive computers to work on that. But yeah, I guess comment. I don't think you can leave messages on YouTube. I've never tried. My Anyway, leave a comment. We'll take it from there. I'm happy to, like I said, I'm having fun with this stuff. So if there's something y'all want to see, let me know within the guidelines of YouTube. Anyway, if this was a different website, maybe I would like go deeper down the not safe for work route. But again, just trying. I'm watching myself, is why I'm not looking at the camera. So if you like this, you know what to do. I'll say the thing though. Like, and subscribe to the video. I'll throw a link somewhere. I'll edit the video description and throw a link to all these images if you want to compare them as well, just for your own sake. Yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one. I don't know what the next one will be, but I'm probably playing with more stable audio stuff, or might be using Pinocchio. But yeah, I got all kinds of stuff that I want to record for you all, and it's my summer right now, so I got a little bit of free time while I wait on my research stuff to finish. So yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you all on the next one. Yay!